What's going on, guys? I want to check out this video about this nasty streamer, right, that I've been aware of for a while. Sometimes he's funny, and sometimes he does things that just seem off. Well, recently he got exposed big time. So let's check out this video that's detailing everything. This guy by the name of Deshae Frost. Nasty work. Super nasty work. I forgot what TV show was he in. SWAT, I think. The SWAT TV show. I think he had a main casting on it.
There's no evidence of me literally, you know what I'm saying, like, girl or anything like that. Me and my ex joke about it, whatever things, but I'm not that type of person.
I'm gonna call you downstairs to the boat. I'm gonna tell all the girls to go upstairs, and I want to with you. It's all because I didn't want to. And he found out that I told the other girl.
Ain't that crazy how evil the world is? Deshae held it in and didn't leak it until he didn't get a call, and she saying she gonna sister. What is this?
Did he just blame the shorty that's the victim because she said she wanted to fight the sister? Right, don't do that. This guy's bugging out. You must be one of the smart streamers.
Recently, Deshae Frost has been going through the worst 48 hours of his life after a video resurfaced showing him getting into an altercation with a girl while filming his show that left a lot of the internet completely speechless because the actions that were detailed were completely disgusting, with him getting physical with this girl after it seemed like they had an altercation, her even going on live to explain the situation, and most recently Deshae dropping an entire video trying to break down and detail why the events that happened in the first place went down. Even the people that were involved in releasing and leaking this footage aren't doing any good either, because they were apparently an ex-editor who was holding on to this for years and then even leaking more footage after Deshae's response. It gets pretty muddy, but I want to break down this entire situation. So why don't we start from the very beginning with who even are any of these people and how do we get here in the first place?
If you don't, that's okay. I see all the things, the streamers and all these things and saying things just like that. That's cool. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But I know that this is just another thing that I'm going to go through and push through.
This guy's disgusting. They're not clear on what he did yet. In case you don't know, this dude put hands on a lady. Right? He treated her like he was The Rock. You know how The Rock got a move called the Smackdown? And he did that apparently because the woman refused to engage in certain acts with him. They didn't want to get busy. They wasn't down to get freaky on the boat. Like certain girls that were on the boat that were down with it. She was not. He responded by doing a P. Diddy. Disgusting. So yeah, I don't know what kind of apology this is, that if you mess with me, you know. She didn't do nothing for you to do that, bro.
And yeah.
This altercation with Deshae starts way back years ago when he was still running his show, where he would fly out a bunch of girls and try to make entertaining content by going to different locations with them, having them in yachts, buying out entire B&Bs, and just filming a lot of content with them, doing the wild and crazy things he can think of in order to entertain the rest of his audience. And that girl right there named Deshae was one of the people he actually brought out in order to film his show with. Unfortunately for him, she was not going for any of the run around or any of the crazy things he wanted to do while on the show. She was giving Deshae a lot of pushback to the point they left a lot of it in the final cut of the actual production, which led to multiple altercations that even happened. You can go to the YouTube video right now and see them arguing consistently, see them going crazy, and even at one point seeing Deshae throw an entire water bottle at her.
Insane.
It's too hot today.
Thank you for blurring it. Thank you for blurring that. Cause fam, that's nuts. Throwing anything at a woman or just anyone unprovoked, that's insane. But you're throwing it at a woman because she doesn't want to get freaky with you. Dude, I was trying to hold the nasty song because it's going to get worse. It's definitely going to get worse, but let's start it.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Bro, you had to get your sister to rumble me for real. Bro, for real. Get your sister.
So you see how in this moment she's saying, yo, keep going crazy and wild on her, because at this point he already grabbed her, yelled at her, cursed at her, threatened her. He just said he was going to blink the ish out of her with the 5 fingers to the face. Her. And this is all because she just didn't want to get her freak on. She says, hey, I'm gonna have to get your sister. Like, we're gonna have to rumble. You're gonna have to get a female as your representation to really get down what they mad at if it's that serious. Why are you in my face threatening me right now? Deshae's disgusting for this, bro.
Shut up. Shut up. What's wrong with you? Don't even take it that far on camera. Do not take it that far.
Home tonight. I do not give a bro. Bro, what the bet that all I needed to hear, bro. Going home ASAP, next flight.
The fact that a lot of these things were still left in a show for drama and entertainment purposes is honestly crazy looking back at it. Because even at the time, I feel like if I was making commentary videos and saw this stuff, Deshae would have to be talked about in the weird ways that he is interacting with some of these women, in the weird ways he goes about doing these things, because he knows he holds some level of power over them, consistently flying them out and being the main reason why they're there in the first place, and being the reason as to why they are going to leave. Because even in those clips right there, he threatened to have her just get sent back home, and he's basically holding that over them as some sort of power, which is again weird, disturbing, and odd behavior. But on top of that, this is already an entire situational altercation when it happened, because a lot of people already at the time didn't like the way that he was talking to her and was genuinely curious why it was just her he was going back and forth with on a consistent basis. It just seemed out of place compared to how I was interacting with all of the other girls that happened to be on his show. But it got 10 times worse because we recently saw a leaked video where he actually put his hands on this girl while arguing with her.
You gonna blur?
Go. Oh. Go.
Insane.
Nah.
The editor is extra filthy. They blurred it, right? I want to make sure they blurred it. The editor is extra nasty for that. Extra nasty. So the editor seen this crime happen and decided, let me hold on to it. But then years later, after the fact, once I get into a beef with Deshae, that's when I'll release the footage of him doing this. This is disgusting. Like, every streamer that's around him should be calling this out. And if they're not, they're nasty. They Team Diddy.
Nah. I'm just coming downstairs, bro. Too much.
Now, I shouldn't have to explain to any of my viewers why this is disgusting, deplorable, and straight up weird behavior. I know the word weird gets overused often, but this genuinely is disturbing and weird behavior to the fullest extent, and shouldn't have even happened, because I don't know how blurred it's going to be for y'all, but in the original video, you can see that they were just arguing, going back and forth. There was no hands exchanged by anyone except for Deshae after he put his hands on her and proceeded to walk away. The person obviously uploading this happened to be Deshae's editor, leaking this footage and talking about the reason as to why he wasn't going to be back on his show. But a lot of people were wondering what more context could be provided for the situation. As I told y'all before, they were already bickering and going back and forth to the point where he actually added some of those parts into his full show. And so the girl that was actually in that situation, Deshae, decided to spark up a live and talk about why she was going through this altercation with him in the first place.
Like, a lot of the girls that was on the show with me, they had with Deshae. I never had him. He wanted to have with me. I didn't want to have him. So the night before the video that's going viral right now, I came up with a plan, because he told me the night before, like, when we get on the boat, I'm gonna call you downstairs to the boat. I'm gonna tell all the girls to go upstairs, and I want to have you. I'm not paying that nigga no mind. So when he tells me that, I come up with a plan, and I tell the other girls, I'm like, tomorrow he gonna try to me. I'm gonna need y'all to, like, keep me with y'all and be like, no, she not going downstairs. Like, long story short, I'm just making a long story short. The day of the boat come, we go through with the plan. He peeped the plan. He's mad as shit. He like, they're trying to keep her up here. I want her to come down here. No, I don't want him. Like, it's all because I didn't want him. And he found out.
What's crazy is I seen the full, like, footage. He clipped it up. He made it like 10 seconds in this video. The full thing where he's like arguing with her and trying to, like, get her to, you know, give it up. Fam, all the things she's saying, exactly how she's representing it, from what I seen from that footage, and him like yelling and trying to grab her and all this extra ish because she didn't want to get, you know, freaky. Fam, I'm willing to say that that's just true. Everything that she is saying right now, bar for bar, is exactly how she said it from what I've seen in the full context video.
That I told the other girls that I didn't want to have him, and he got mad and he snapped through my way. I didn't remember how he I just know he had me.
Deshae Freaky Frost getting mad because he cannot sleep with someone seems so simple yet so accurate, and genuinely no one is surprised by this information. Deshae, every time he gets into a controversy, is always because of how he acts towards women that are around him. The last time he was in a very big controversy, and only
a lot of these guys, you could tell, ain't never was able to get females before in their life, and now that they got certain fame and things, they have certain girls around them, they feel entitled. How dare you not let me have a taste? Disgusting ass. But yeah, I've noticed that within the streaming community.
verge of cancellation was because he went up to a random woman in a Target and started talking crazy to her, and then got surprised when her brother tried to confront her and tell him that that's something he should not be doing, and wouldn't take accountability or responsibility in that situation at all. So I'm not surprised to hear that Deshae is going to go all out or be rude towards someone because they will not sleep with him. That actually lines up. It makes a lot of sense by the way that he's behaving, and if you go back and look at some of these scenes from his show, you can kind of pick up that same vibe from what we are seeing on there.
I'm here, bro. I'm talking to you. You can hear me talking? It's good, bro. It's like, are you fucking with me or no? Nigga, let me know.
He told the cameraman, get it off camera. He doesn't want this convo being on camera, and the cameraman kept recording. Thankfully, though. Thankfully. This is crazy. This is more footage of before the five finger discount that he was out here giving. This nigga's a loser.
It's like, are you fucking with me or no? Nigga, let me know. Gotta move on to some other shit. I gotta put my time in. I'm not gonna fucking somebody who don't want to fuck me. So what?
Send one to ask me something.
Okay, but
Exactly what the girl is saying. He keeps cornering her, pushing her back into place. She uses a fake excuse that her and the girls came up with, and he refuses to let her leave the corner. This is disgusting, bro.
Referring to this as him being pushy would be generous, because this man is consistently antagonizing her, consistently putting his hands on her, yelling, going back and forth with her. This is going beyond pushy. And the fact that on her live, she talked about having an excuse that if anytime Deshae comes up, she's going to talk about her and the other girls are trying to talk about something. We saw that in full display in that last clip where he was trying to talk to her, and when she tried to walk away, he grabbed her and she just said, hey, they're trying to talk to me about something, or hey, I'm trying to discuss something with them. You can obviously see Deshae was not having that. He was not okay with that, and he was genuinely annoyed, all because she did not want to do anything with him, and he took it to the farthest extent possible by eventually putting his hands on her, which he was able to cut out because he has full control over all the footage and everything that goes on in his show before final production. And unfortunately for Deshae, this seemed like it was going to be the nail in the coffin for his career. The reaction on the internet was not positive at all. No one was actually on his side, and people that were supposed to do collabs with him or even be friends with him were disowning him and saying they probably can't do anything with him anymore because they don't like these actions that are displayed.
I don't support this at all, man. You should never lay your hands on a woman, no matter what it is, man. Is it canceled? I mean, I don't know, bro. I
don't know how you don't know. I would not want to be around this. Like, what? And it ain't on some, like, he was defending himself. That's something different that some people might even want to debate. I don't care to debate it at all. Like, this, if you're defending yourself, it is what it is. But if you're on some, I deserve to smash, why won't you let me? This is what I'm going to do in return. You's a sicko. You a nasty sicko. Like, I don't think nobody should be around you. That's crazy. Could you imagine if they was alone? Like, I don't. Yo, let's just keep going, bro. This is disgusting to me.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think I can.
This is like the Diddy tapes when you seen what he was doing in that hotel with Cassie, bro. I don't want to be around him. I already never wanted to be around Diddy anyway, so.
Do it, bro. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, and I was told, like, bro, my sponsors, they're like, nah, bro, this shit's crazy. And
it is
I'm not gonna lie. That this video, I don't support these actions. It's just fucking insane, bro. Is what she's saying justifying the smack? No. Because would I have smacked her? No, I wouldn't have smacked her. Because at the end of the day, none of those words would have got to me because she not doing nothing to my sister. Whoever dropped this definitely want to see him go down. Was he?
He misinterpreted. That wasn't a threat, like, to his sister. That was saying, yo, if you really wanted to be like that, instead of me getting into fisticuffs with a grown man, go get your sister. Simple as that. Nigga, I took it. If I had a sister, or if someone, a female was arguing, oh, not even female, a grown man was arguing with her, and he said, you know what, listen. Before we even take it there, nigga, me and your brother gonna talk. Like, go get your brother to talk to me. Then we can have a man conversation. And that's not even saying that it might invite fisticuffs. But damn it, that's respectful. That's them saying, I don't want to do this with a woman. I have respect. Go get your brother or a man on your behalf to come talk to me. Cool. I didn't got a female cousin or two to go talk on my behalf. Then it happened to be the one that hit like Tyson, but usually that never got to happen because girls would run. They were like, oh, I didn't know that was your cousin. So that's normal. I don't think that that's like a threat. They keep trying to mention that to kind of try to throw some bell towards his way. Nigga, nah. She didn't say nothing wrong.
Yes, they've been plotting on Deshae. It's kind of hard when you see somebody you fuck with.
If you were a longtime viewer of this channel, you probably already know how I feel about Freaky Frost and his weird actions well before this, and how he definitely
super nasty. It's nasty work. 100%.
He should have been out of the limelight when it comes to content creation. So seeing people actually put action to these words that they have been saying about not liking Deshae's actions or not being okay with the things that he's doing actually makes me very happy, because he should have been out of here from past events that have already occurred. Since the entire internet was against Deshae, demeaning his actions, collabs that he had planned, pulling out, sponsors not being okay with it, and a lot of people all around just not being happy with what they were seeing from him, and in that video clip and the other stuff that had resurfaced because of it, Deshae had to come on here and give a response in order to try and fix the situation that was going on.
Before this video starts, I'm going to say it's never okay. Woman. I know I might clip farm a lot and say things or whatever for clips or anything, but at no point should a man ever put their hands on a woman. And I take full accountability and responsibility for that, and I'm sorry. And I've expressed that to her after situations 3 years ago, 4 years.
So he admit this wasn't no editing trick. You did it. So you did that, and then you still had the nerve to post this woman in your damn video, clip what you did out the video to make her sound like she was just going crazy, and monetize and made money off it. You a disgusting bastard. We got to double tap. We got to. I played it 2 times. Let's triple it.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
He's a sicko. He's a straight sicko.
Years ago, and everything from this video, I just want to get that across. I'm not making excuses. I did a fucked up thing, and I appreciate everybody, you know, getting on my ass and all these things, but I just wanted to tell my truth of how everything just led up. Came on the show, I brought her on the show and everything, and during the whole show, she was the only person who was literally like, I don't know, like physical, and she was doing these things which I had to cut from YouTube videos because of monetization. And all these things going back and forth and yelling, going back and forth and doing these things. And what happened at the boat situation is that we were yelling, arguing, and she had just said things. I heard she said that I did this because I couldn't fuck, like, or something like that. Bro, that argument happened, whatever, because she was saying crazy things which I had to cut out, and saying crazy things about my family. You guys know me, I'm a very family man. Like, she's talking about my sister.
Fuck out of here. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here with that. She said something about my sister. I just couldn't take it. And you know why he's using it as an excuse? Because you dumbass streamers kept giving him that as an excuse. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't right, but I'm just saying she should have never said it about her sister. Shut up. Now he's sitting here and leaning into that. You got the footage. Show it. What was so crazy that she said with her words that made you, a grown man, go for Ike Turner. Let's see.
your sister, all this other shit. She could do all crazy shit had to cut out. All she was all doing this, doing this. My family, talking about my family members, my different type of things. Just
You didn't have that energy with Jay Senko. I'm just saying. But that's all she said. That's it. That's what F your sister. That's what I mean. Oh, I have to go Ike Turner.
just up and being big and bad.
Deshae's explanation for why all of this happened in the first place being because she was talking bad about his family. They were going back and forth, arguing on a consistent basis, and apparently even had moments where she was getting physical with him. Which, okay, I could see that being a possibility and definitely happening. Again, if you go back and watch that show, they were arguing on a consistent basis, talking bad about each other all of the time. And there are so many more solutions that could have happened before he got physical with her. That was the most unnecessary part of all of this. And he says he's not using this as an excuse, but the way that he's framing it and the way that he's talking about it definitely seems like these are meant to be excuses for his actions, which he himself apparently even demeans. So at the end of the day, this should have been a 1-minute video saying he is sorry, he shouldn't have done this, and not really giving any explanation, because I don't think there is one that he could provide that people would be okay with. The other thing that he mentioned is that it definitely wasn't about him being unable to sleep with her, which to me and a lot of other people is actually pretty hard to believe, because again, her own story lines up with the footage that you were able to see, along with the fact that when you go back and rewatch a lot of these things, he's seen being very pushy, getting physical with her outside of just putting his hands on her. But I'll let him explain further, because he has more in-depth reason as to why it definitely wasn't about him being able to sleep with her.
With that situation, I seen things she was doing, she was saying, talking about, yeah, when the fuck and all these different things. And it's like, bro, after that, I apologize. We was kissing, and I'm gonna put clips in here too, but we was kissing, and you're saying you didn't let me, you didn't want me to fuck. We didn't fuck, but after you literally gave me, and I don't, not to put your business out there, but you gave me.
I don't know if this woman was scared at this point, bro. Like, I don't think anything he's saying excuses what the hell he did.
Give me a new fucking wig.
Yeah, another thing, just even things like even she's doing now, just saying that like when she sees my sister, she's gonna fight her and do these things. She's been waiting up like all this time to see her in person that is up, and you feel all these things. And it's,
listen, I'm not saying that that's okay, but what I'm saying is I'm not mad or surprised that someone that you put hands on is saying that. Like, what do you think that that's okay? Like, what's wrong with you? Or how dare she even say she's going to have fisticuffs with my sister after I turned her?
It's like, bro, 3 years later, what was this energy 3 years ago when that thing actually happened and all these things? And mind you, she said way more worse things. And you know that
she came out and did a live stream 3 years ago when it happened, and it got swept under the rug because we didn't have evidence, right?
I'm not even gonna say crazy things just about my sister and her personal things and doing things and just saying things about my families in general to kind of just, you know.
Hey, what's up, Medium? How you doing?
I feel like people in that type of era and that energy just rubbed off on me, and that shit was wrong. That shit was wrong on my half and doing.
You see his sister, you on that, promise you. Bro, I swear to God, bro, on my grandpa, I always be like, when I be scrolling on TikTok and I just like see a video of Brooklyn, I be like, I can't wait to see this person. Like, even though I don't got no beef with her, like, I don't got no beef with her, like, you know, like, and I was really sparing her because Gigi.
This is after she got mollywopped by you, Deshae. Like, what are we talking about here? She's so evil because of this, huh? Show the clips of you. You threatened this woman and then you acted on the threat. You fulfilled it. But how is this supposed to make her say, yeah, she's so horrible?
He was her best friend, but they're not friends no more. And
A lot of what Deshae is saying does not make his actions look any better. If anything, it just makes the people around him, the people that are associated with him, seem a lot worse. Her, Deja, the girl in the situation, seeming a lot worse. We show clips of them kissing, being intimate afterwards, along with the fact that she was apparently on his stream, vibing with him, having fun, and just hanging out as if none of this stuff actually happened. Well, after all of these altercations and things went down. Again,
I'm not trying to sound like a feminist, but there's some people that have been through certain experiences where in their mind, this is normal. When she talked about it recently, she said, I'm not going to go to the cops. I'm not going to sue anything. And there's certain people that have certain things that happen within their life that they feel like that is normal, that don't mean that it's okay or that it's something that should be treated as if nothing happened. That's disgusting. And I feel bad for this woman because she might end up in worse scenarios because she feels that way. You should press charges. He should go to jail for that. Period. That's insane.
Just don't.
But once again, way different. And if you're defending yourself,
don't make Deshae's actions look any better. It doesn't justify him putting his hands on her. There is no excuses afterwards for people to be like, oh no, it's all right. I mean, just because she was chill with you afterwards or you slapping her upside the head is all good. That's just not the case here. She just seems bad on the same level as Deshae. That's really all it is. And there are no good people in this story at all. And you truly start to realize that once Deshae talks about the editor who actually ended up leaking this footage and the whole reason as to why he did it in the first place.
That person who recorded it, that is a person, that's somebody I've not talked to for years. He's an ex-editor, and he deadass posted out of work because he wanted to get more money and all these type of things and use me and use these things. That's why he wasn't for season 3. That's why we had a production company like Michael and Alan and Don and all those peoples, and I did a production company because I used him for season 2, but he wanted to be paid more and be on season 3, and that's why he texted me and all these things, but I never responded. So I don't know what he was trying to fucking do or get across or something like that, but he just wanted a paycheck, and that was that with that. Fuck him.
Deshae's ex-editor who had this footage could have been released it 3 years ago, holding on to it and even editing his other parts so that he could release them on YouTube, and only showing this now purely because he got mad that he wasn't going to be able to work with Deshae anymore and wasn't getting a response. It's again weird behavior. How are you going to knowingly see somebody put hands on this girl, know that you could have the footage that's going to enable her or help her in that situation during the time, and just not do anything for your own personal gain? I don't understand how he could come out now and even attempt to try and make it seem like he's a good guy by releasing this footage or showing anybody that he has this or that Deshae did this, because he's just as bad as him. Selfish and being complacent in those actions when you have the ability to help and get the word out there. And Deshae doesn't do himself any favors either, because throughout the rest of this video, it's just a ton of excuses, one after another, even after he said himself he wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it is any, my bad guys, I'm having technical difficulties. I don't think that there's any excuse he should be using that says this is okay in any way, shape, or form, bro. This is foul. Super foul. Ain't no excuse. Like, this nigga talking about some real, she said mean things about my family. And oh, look, we hung out together after. That means nothing. Like, that don't change a damn thing, bro. This guy is super filthy. Super filthy. And all the streamers that's around him, that's like supporting the nastiness, out here just rocking with it. You still got him in your streamer house and affiliating with him. You are a scumbag. You're just as nasty and filthy as him.
I was 12 because she was mad, and I just literally, like, we had been hitting like going back and forth and her putting her hands on me and all these things like that I just didn't want to deal with that anymore. And obviously, bro, I couldn't take that shit. I would never ever just plainly because of her words. Her words do not do anything to me, but her words were smith her before, and how that video is cut. It's cut up to show that, oh, I was just the fuck out of her and just mushed her. My plan was never to her. I mushed her. Literally, I'm 5'4".
You're still a grown man, sir. Like, I don't know why you're making it seem as if that means that you didn't do what you did. But you did it. That was you. We got the footage. I don't know why you sitting there acting as if that's not the case.
For 130 pounds at that time, 135 pounds, something like that, literally. But it just simply, you know, I have a mother, I have a mom, I have a sister, I have 2 sisters, a little baby, and that's not who I am. 100%. There's no other evidence of me, literally, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. Me and my ex joke about it, whatever things, but I'm not that type of person, literally. And sometimes, you know, when your emotions, you get your emotions involved, and you let a girl rage bait you or get you to your lowest and to the force where you guys have to be physical with each other. Like that's an element on the man's part. And to anybody who ever watches me, don't ever do that. Let any person think that's okay. I see people, I've seen comments, I see whatever. Oh, Deshae, he was in the right. He was right. I was not in the right. I was completely wrong.
Deshae's video addressing this was 15 minutes long, and I won't sit here and lie to you and say some good information wasn't provided. Him giving context of the situation is one thing, but at a certain point in time, if you re-explaining things, you giving back context, you talking about how you're a really family-oriented person, how she was talking bad about your sister on a consistent basis, how she was apparently putting hands on you, it just seems like at a certain point you were trying to provide excuses as to why you did this when there really aren't any excuses you can provide. Multiple times I've already shown you that he said his actions were deplorable, and he'd have just left it at that. Talking about the editor situation, even talking about her apparently even coming back after she had the situation happen, coming on your stream or having other events where she was with you at, that's okay to provide that type of information. But anything outside of that seemed pretty
that don't mean what you did was right, though.
Unnecessary, and even let a lot of people who are reacting to the same thing feel the exact same way of, hey, he is just trying to provide excuses as to what's going on, and not actually just telling us and giving a real apology and leaving it at that.
Bro, if you're gonna apologize, then apologize, bro. You can't apologize and be like, yo, but she was speaking this way towards me, but you know what I mean, you just gotta apologize, bro. You know what I mean? There's nothing really he can do except to apologize and take accountability. I mean, his actions are still inexcusable, but fucking hell, man.
I think he should have kept a little bit to himself, only because it's just not the time. I feel like, I mean, it kind of is the time because this is his apology that everyone's gonna watch. It just sounded like an excuse, even if he's not trying to give excuses.
Regardless of who the person is that watched this reaction or even watched the initial situation, they're probably still not going to be on Deshae's side. The problem with all of that is this isn't going to actually cancel Deshae, at least in my eyes. But I feel like a lot of people will like for sponsors to pull out, people to not collab with them. And even as I showed you, Jason Wynn was going to have an event with him that he's not going to do anymore with Deshae. A majority of people,
the fact that the people that's around him that be streaming with him ain't gonna do a damn thing, that's what really is crazy. This might not affect him for real. Horrible.
People probably aren't going to be on that same timing. By next week or by next month, he is going to be the exact same Deshae Frost, flying out people, doing the exact same thing, even though he shouldn't be. Really, because people have a way to argue what he did was right or wrong. Even though Deshae in his own response, I can show you multiple times throughout that 15-minute video where he said his actions are deplorable, he shouldn't be defended. People are still in his comment sections, people are still on Twitter spaces, people are still on TikTok arguing for Deshae's defense, saying that he was in the right, he was justified, when their own creator doesn't even feel that same way. And purely because people are able to do that, he is still going to have fans backing him, and he is still going to have content creators backing him and trying to help him throughout the space.
What is this? Ain't that so evil? 3 goofies. She saying she going to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn bald-headed. Brooklyn don't even know her. The cameraman Ben saw this and put,
oh my gosh, he said Brooklyn's bald-headed. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Like, are you serious? Like, that equates to what he did? Why are we even talking about that at all? Yeah, they definitely defending him. They throwing up some bail for him.
and put I pray that the Lord, then you gonna put the Lord name in it. This was 2 years ago. A lot of people think that, like, as boys gonna back boys and be like, you know, try to figure out no reason. Nah, I genuinely fuck with Deshae. Like, was he wrong? He was wrong. He's not gonna get canceled though, because it's justification involved. Yeah, he's not gonna get canceled though, because it's justification in it. Like, it's people.
Justification? And y'all wonder why I don't deal with no streamers, bro. These niggas is sick. Yo, there's justification for it? Oh my gosh. And y'all just be letting people, not y'all, not my supporters, but their supporters, y'all just be letting anyone get famous, bro.
People like, yo, da 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 da. Like, people could argue it.
This is Deshae Frost's like 9th cancellation, and the fact that I feel like this won't even stick after horrendous actions like this have come out, people have told their stories, no one is even backing him. A ton of people are hating on him, and he still is going to have a chance to actually make content, continue in this space.
People are backing him. They're backing him without backing him. They're giving him all the bail in the world. Justification.
It's a genuine issue because he said in his response video that this isn't going to stop him from streaming. This isn't going to stop him from making content. And he's probably still going to have fans who are going to tune into his streams every day, be happy to see him. And it just doesn't make sense why that's a possibility. Because it really shouldn't be. When you have stuff like this come out or stuff like this happen, people should not allow you to do collabs with them anymore. Sponsors shouldn't be back.
Why is it that baby back bitches make every excuse and then say, but I'm not making excuses though. It's because they want to protect him without blatantly saying it because they don't want to receive any backlash. So they're giving him bail. That same streamer said some bullcrap excuse about, oh, well, his sister, you know, and then what happens? He comes out and uses his sister as an excuse. They're friends. These people talked about this behind the scene. Yo, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna act like I hate you and you did things wrong, but then I'm gonna let the audience know that you could come back because it's justified. But I'm not gonna say I'm defending you, but I'm going to. These are some sick, nasty people, bro.
This, and people should actually have a backbone to step away and let him figure out his own life, because this isn't the first and it probably won't be the last time that we have had to have this Deshae Frost conversation about how he's acting towards women or just people in general. And the reason why he keeps getting away with these actions is because people keep forgiving him and just letting it slide as if it never even happened in the first place. Unfortunately, I feel like that's what's going to happen with this situation as well. In a week from now, or even by the beginning of next month, no one's going to be talking about this situation. Deshae Frost is going to be streaming as if it never happened in the first place. And that's a very big issue with not just the entire Deshae Frost conversation, but just streaming and content creation as a whole. At the end of the day, though, that is just my opinion. If you want to tell me your opinion, the best place to do that would be the comment section down below, because this video was unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy
this guy, I do kind of want to watch this XQC versus AMP too. We could check that out next, actually. But yeah, when it comes to Deshae Frost, I think that he's nasty. I think anyone defending him is a sicko. I think that anyone around him is nasty as heck, but that's just my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the like button, hype button, all that good stuff.